do think players, some of them, actually care about winning. You know, winning titles.
Wait, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna listen to my headphones.
You know what? That's something I'd like to be part of. That's a team I think contend with the Cavaliers if we can get to the finals. I think that all comes into play. But we'll see. We will see. Tim is in Quincy up next year on WEDI with Pete and Jerry. Hey, Tim.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
What's happening, Tim?
Good. So I basically have 2 points, and I'll start with my leadership point.
Okay.
So, I've heard reports that both of these guys would have been top 10 picks coming out of this draft. So if you look at the Celtics next year, they're already the 2 seed this year. And they get 3 top 10 picks next year added to the team, along with a potential free agent, plus Jaylen Brown maturing, plus Marcus Smart maturing. This team could easily be the best team in the NBA next year.
In the NBA?
In the NBA, it's the 2 seed this year. And they add...
Oh, the Eastern Conference or the entire NBA? They're better than Golden State? They're better than...
They could be. So this will go to my second point.
All right.
I admire your optimism. I don't share it.
All right, can I...
Yeah, go ahead. Do your second point. Go ahead.
Second point. You guys are really disrespecting the Celtics. This team is the 2 seed. They're 3 games back in the Cleveland. Kevin Love just...
Why are we disrespecting the Celtics?
You're saying they can't beat the Cavs. They can't even compete. They might lose.
I never said any of that stuff. I said I think they would have an issue even getting out of the first round against the Chicago Bulls. The way if they don't do something or tweak, you cannot rely. They're relying too much on Isaiah Thomas.
So my point is that this team can beat the Cavs as is. Now, would I like a trade?
What?
Sure. Can they beat? Why is that so crazy to you?
I don't think they can beat Toronto as they are. I don't think they could beat Washington. I don't think they beat Toronto, and I don't think they beat Cleveland. How's that? There's 3 teams for you.
I'm with Pete. I'm going by recent history.
I'm sorry. I'm Tim, man.
Right now.
What?
Why don't you think they could beat them?
I think they would lose to. I think they'd have a hard time if they played Chicago. Did you watch the game? Tim, let's be honest. Did you watch the game the other night?
I watched every game. Yeah.
Okay. What did you think about their performance against the Bulls?
I thought they played good against the Bulls. They should have won that game. Second half, the refs were letting them put balls on being physical. No big deal.
No big deal. Okay, and that's your first mistake saying physicality in the NBA playoffs is going to come into play. I guarantee you it is. Ralph brought up the point. Tim, I'm telling you, Isaiah Thomas is going to get beat up in the playoffs if he's the guy. And you saw it, Tim. Stop disrespecting. Grow up. Disrespecting. Please. Grow up. Disrespect. What is that? Disrespecting. I'm telling you. They got rebounded by 20 against the Bulls. Somehow they'll get 24-plus second chance points. That is reality. Disrespectful. You're being delusional if you think they can get away with playing like that in the playoffs and beating anybody in the first round. Sorry. I mean, disrespectful.
Right. Look, I'm a green teamer. I think you are too. But you got to be realistic about it too. None of us were talking about having a duck boat parade when they won 2 games in the playoffs last year and then got swept the year before.
This team right now, no matter who they play in the first round, as is, if they don't do anything, I'm telling you, you brought up the physicality of Isaiah. They will beat up on Isaiah. We saw him last year have issues in the postseason, all right? Maybe it's not a huge sample size with Isaiah, but it's there. And I'm telling you that as currently constituted, this team is going to have a hard time getting out of the first round. I honest to God, whether it's a 2-7, if they play the Bulls right now, I think it would go 7. I think the Celtics would win, but I think they'd win by the skin of their teeth. I think they can be beat as is. It's a different world come playoff time. It really is. And that disrespectful. You just disrespected the Golden State Warriors to say the Celtics next year can be better than Golden State.
Yeah, and he made another mistake
with the earth is flat.
Yeah, made another mistake with his 3 top 10 picks. Look, enough. They don't need ponies. They need a thoroughbred. They don't need another Gershon Yabusele or an Ante Cizik, wherever those guys are. We wish you well. I hope you
had a real good. One of them had 30-plus points the other night. I mean, there's some talk about those guys. That's what the caller was bringing up too.
They're playing in a CYO league, overseas somewhere.
By the way, the D League is being changed.
Oh, I heard this.
Yeah, Patrick was bringing it up. It's going to be the
G League.
The G League. For Gatorade.
For Gatorade.
Yeah, the G League.
I'm going to try not to let it destroy my faith in the integrity of the D League as it is. What a sick joke.
Dave, Jack, and others will see you guys lined up. 617-779-7937. Pete Shepard, Jerry Thornton with you. We're having a Celtics discussion until 1 o'clock. Then it's Danny Picard right here, Sports Radio WEDI.
and Callahan.
You think Mutt could do it every day with me and Jerry?
He can do it with you every day. I don't think he can do it with Jerry every day.
You know what that is? That is
I'm done.
you can't handle the big stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
you're a
that's
minor
fine.
leaguer, right?
Yes, I think you're kind of a minor leaguer.
Chris Curtis just called you a minor leaguer. You can sit there and take Chris's opinion. That's it.
Charlie Cubs coming in next year.
If you are a car guy or a car gal,
It's Kirk and Callahan. Kirk Minahan, Jerry Callahan. Mornings 5:30 to 10 on the WEEI Sports Radio Network and WEEI.com. New England.
Not all e-cigs are created equal. Holyoke is home to the best selection of brands and flavors in Western Mass. Vapor's Edge has the edge on pricing selection, giving you the most complete vaping experience of your life. With over 70 brands and over 300 flavors, you're always going to find something new to try. Their store features a vape lounge where you won't just find new flavors to buy, but also a space to try them out. It's all at 241 Main Street in Holyoke with tons of free parking. Say you heard about the Edge on EEI and get an extra 10% off your order. Online with free shipping at vapors-edge.com.
Get monumental savings all month long at Leah Honda in Northampton during Leah's President's Day sales event. Come into Leah Honda all month long and lease a brand new 2016 Fit EX Automatic for just $185 a month, and that's with just $500 down. Or jump into a 2016 Civic LX Automatic Sedan for a low $189 a month with just $500 down. Leah Honda in Northampton had a record year in 2016, and they're dropping prices to be sure that the trend continues. With a massive inventory of over 2,000 new or pre-owned Hondas to choose from, you'll be sure to find the perfect Honda for you. Plow through the snow in a brand new 2017 Honda CR-V LX all-wheel drive for only $159 a month with just $19.99 down. You heard that right, just $159 a month. So rush to Leah Honda on King Street in Northampton during Leah's President's Day sales event all month long. Just one more reason to choose Leah cars for life. Payment on 36 months, 36,000 miles. First payment plus $595 pay, $499 dealer fee, tax, title, and DMV included. See dealer for complete details.
Have you ever been shopping for a new car, truck, SUV, or minivan? And when you start to talk numbers, what happened to the payment you remembered seeing and hearing? Oh yeah, the fine print. At Batera Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram on Route 20 in Westfield, we make it simple. And during the President's Day sales event, everyone qualifies. With just $29.99 down, along with your first payment, you can lease a brand new 2017 Jeep Wrangler 4x4 four-door for only $299 a month. Would you rather buy it? You can save up to $2,500 off MSRP. And right now, during Truck Month, with only $29.99 down, lease a brand new 2017 Ram 1500 Quad Cab 4x4 for only $239 a month. Or buy it and save up to $9,250. And if you're military or have a current lease, you can save even more. Only at Batera Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram on Route 20 in Westfield. Or online at BateraDodge.com. Call 877-248-7051 for complete details.
It's Truck Month at Batera Chevrolet.
Hey, Brian Yarrows here from Batera Chevrolet. You know, your Chevy guy. Truck Month is finally here, and we're celebrating by giving you the best deals of the year. If you're even thinking of getting a new truck, you've got to check out Batera Chevy in Palmer. Forget about the leftovers. I'm saving you $10,000 or more on my 2017 Silverados. $10,000 off new Silverados. Now that's a deal. I've been getting ready for this sale for months, and I've stocked up on hundreds of trucks, from half tons to 1 tons, so I can blow away any deal that you think you might have. Log on to BateraChevy.com and compare my prices to what you think is your best deal. You'll be amazed by how much I can save you. Got a trade? I don't care if it's rusty and over 100,000 miles. I need trucks. So come on, celebrate Truck Month with us at Batera Chevy in Palmer and save $10,000 or more. And get the absolute top dollar for your trade. That's a promise.
If you have an urgent medical problem and don't have a doctor, or if your doctor can't see you, come to Family Care Medical Center. We're the oldest and largest urgent care in the Springfield area, and we've been serving the community at 1515 Allen Street for more than 30 years.
Back here, final few minutes of Pete Shepard and Jerry Thorne with you. Danny Picard takes over 1 o'clock. Christian Arcand at 4, and then 7:30 it's the NBA All-Star Game right here on Sports Radio WEEI. Like I said, the only drama tonight, some drama. First, Isaiah's playing, okay, no defense, and Brad's coach, Brad Stevens is coaching. But will Steve Kerr have the balls to put in Durant and Curry and Westbrook at the same time.
Yeah.
I hope so. That's some drama. Will they brawl?
Somebody asked, I think I've got this right, asked Westbrook about Durant. And he answered the question by talking about New York City Fashion Week.
Oh, you saw what they put him. You see what they put him? They put him on opposite sides yesterday in New Orleans, or on Friday.
Yeah.
During the press conferences they had, at 12 o'clock was Durant, and at 6 o'clock was Westbrook. So that look at tons of media, so they really couldn't do the glares and everything. They should have put them next to each other. That would have been drama.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
And I mean, Steve Kerr is going to defer to his own superstars. He's going to, do what's in his best interest, unfortunately, because I would love that. I'd love the theater of that. It would be like a Real Housewives episode. Maybe Durant will throw wine in his face or something, and they'll do the neck, pull each other's hair. Pull each other's hair extensions out.
Bully, happy bully day, bully. 617-779-7937. And the Jimmy Butler rumors heating up again. Not totally unexpected at all. I don't know how anybody can be surprised, but Angel Wojciechowski put out the story on Yahoo a little earlier, a couple hours ago, that the Celtics and Bulls have engaged in preliminary talks on a potential deal, but, quote, have not gotten far down the road on it. So,
what is your prediction? What are we going to be talking about next week?
I think my gut feeling is Butler's coming here. And it's going to take you, if you give up Marcus Smart, and you give up a pick, and you give up Crowder, I got no problem with that. Or Avery Brown, I got no problem with it. I don't. I take the Brooklyn pick. I'll take Jimmy Butler. I'm sorry.
All right, I'm going in the other camp. I'm going to say that Danny either makes no moves or makes some minor move, and the next day he's giving press conferences where he's saying, you know what, the asking price was way too high. We tried to do what was in the best interest of the team, but teams were overvaluing, asking more than we were willing to give up.
Well, and that's probably going to, again, and this is all based on if the Bulls want to indeed do this. Because if they don't, if they think they can keep putting around in the 7th spot and be in NBA purgatory, so be it. I don't know what their thinking is. If they get rid of Butler, then obviously they're going to retool, they're going to reorganize. If they don't, maybe the worst thing they can do is just hang around and be 7th, 8th, 16th for the next 3 or 4 years. So I don't know. I think the deal is going to get done. That's my gut feeling. Maybe wishful thinking on my part, but I think it's going to get done. David's in Maynard next year in WEI with Pete and Jerry. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Pete, how you doing? I've been calling the last few weeks about the Jimmy Butler thing. I'm happy to hear you're fully on board finally.
Oh, I was always on board with Jimmy Butler. I just wasn't fully on board with DeMarcus Cousins, but that's...
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It's going to be realistic, like we talked about.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler is realistic. And then the other minor moves that people keep talking about would be Nolan Noel.
Yep.
To get him for a reason. You need to do both, Pete. And then you would be...
I'd love it. I agree. I'd love it.
You'd be a championship contender now and for the next 3-4 years if you had Thomas, Horford, Butler, and Nolan Noel. Hold on to Marcus Smart, Olynyk, and Jaylen Brown. That's your top 7 for the next 3
Well, Marcus Smart would be gone, I think, in the Butler deal. I think he'd be part of it.
Bradley, Jay Crowder, and the Brooklyn picks.
Okay, but you haven't named anything to give up for Noel. It seems to me like that's a doable thing because the Celtics are loaded with backcourt and Philly's desperate for some, so that sort of seems to me 2 teams that can each benefit.
Terry Rozier, James Young, and the Cleveland pick and the Celtics 2018 pick. That would get you Nolan Noel, a couple of mid-level first-round picks and a couple of young guys in Terry Rozier and James Young. And the money works.
Yeah, I would not be opposed to that at all. I would love to see that happen, Dave.
The money works, and your top 4 players would be Thomas, Horford, Butler, and Noel. And if you could hold on to Marcus Smart, you got a hell of a team right there. Defensively, offensively, rebounding. You'd be loaded, and they'd all be in their prime.
Yeah, it's a good thought, Dave. But I think Marcus Smart would be dealt in a Butler deal, though. I think he would be part of it along with Avery Bradley, the pick, and maybe even another player, too. I mean, I just think Marcus Smart would be part of the deal.
Yeah, I don't know how you'll hold on to him and if we're going to get him return because he's still young, he's emerging, he's starting to show that he can play both ends of the court. He's one of the top defenders, he's going to tell you that he is in the league. So sure, I just I want to avoid trade talk that involves we're going to give you a bunch of nothing and we're going to give back a superstar in return. It's going to have to be somebody that it hurts to give up.
Yeah, and you know, I know the other caller said that was being disrespectful for the Celtics. God forbid I say they might have trouble in the first round, other than the Pistons. So, and they would have to finish probably first to play them. What matchup are you comfortable with? The Bulls, Indiana, and Atlanta can all, and Toronto, and Washington, all of those teams can give the Celtics a hard time.
Right. Celtics will be favored in every one of those series. None of them is again.
I don't think they'd be favored against Washington, and I'm not sure they'd be favored against Toronto either.
If they have home court?
Even that, I'm not sure about that. I'm not inside. That would probably be a pick 'em for me. They should be favored slightly against the Bulls, but I'm telling you, Chicago, if they stay the way they are, and the Celtics ended up playing them, which is what would be the case now, the 2-7 matchup, I think it would be a difficult series. I think the Celtics would win it, but it's not going to be some cakewalk. And people have these delusions of grandeur for some reason about Isaiah Thomas in the playoffs, and I don't know where that's coming from. Go back and watch the postseason last year, and look at what happens in the playoffs. You hit the nail on the head. They are going to bounce this guy, or they'll be physical with him all over the place. And I'm telling you, if they don't have someone legit, and it's going to take more than Hofford, and he better give you more than 7-2. They can't win with him going 7 points and 2 boards, okay, in the playoffs. It's not going to happen. You might get away with it here and there in the regular season, but you can't have games like that. Person of his stature in the postseason. They better get Isaiah some help, and don't give me Kelly Olynyk because he's playing some good ball right now. Marcus Smart is playing better. I get it, but they have to get better. Otherwise, if there's an early exit again in the first round, wouldn't shock me. Would not shock me. All right, that's going to do it. David Picard's up next. Jerry, always a pleasure.
The show's over already?
It is.
I felt like we just got started.
I know. Matt Loper, great job producing the other side of the glass. Thanks to Rob Bradford. Thanks to all the listeners for all the kind words. It's been great. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm in for Glenn hosting the OMFers. So tomorrow I'll be in from 10 to 2 along with Andy Hart on WEI. David Picard's up next. Stay tuned. Have a great and safe rest of your Sunday, everybody. You're listening to Sports Radio WEI. Reaction the body of Christ is not gluten. The body of Christ is now gluten free. Can I get chocolate flavored? How about strawberry? Can I get a strawberry body of Christ? How about tutti frutti?
Austin's #1 morning drive show is back at it again Monday. KNC do it live from Sox Spring Training in Fort Myers. Kirk and Callahan. Mornings 5:30 to 10. The WEI Sports Radio Network and WEI.com. New England.
Hey Gary, do you know what time it is? No, Chris, what time is it? It's time for the 55th Annual Springfield RV Camping and Outdoor Show at the Eastern States Exposition Fairgrounds. And it's happening on President's Day weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, February 17th to the 20th. Over 200 exhibitors, over 30 RV dealers, over 100 campgrounds. We'll see you on President's Day weekend.
Springfield RV Camping and Outdoor Show.
Earnings vary based on your effort. Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses right here in Springfield? If so, we have an amazing opportunity for you. We're looking for a small group of motivated individuals to join our real estate investing team. You'll learn our simple 3-step system for flipping homes right here in the local area. This is Dan Merrill, star of A&E's hit TV show Flip This House. My team and I are looking for a handful of people in the Springfield area who want to learn how to make money flipping houses in your spare time using other people's money. Springfield is a perfect market for my system, and next week I'm holding a free 2-hour educational workshop where you will learn how to make money flipping homes and how to build long-term wealth with income properties.
To get 2 free tickets to Van's Workshop, call 1-800-897-4400. Seating is extremely limited. Call in the next 10 minutes and you'll also reserve a free copy of Van's Money for Deals Guide. That's 1-800-897-4400. That's 1-800-897-4400.
It's a new year, and if you didn't get your new Subaru last year, now's the time to buy one from Bertera Subaru on Riverdale Street in West Springfield. The Subaru dealership with the largest inventory and the lowest prices. The average saving over their competition's lowest price is $1,057. I'm with Sean Sullivan, General Manager of Bertera Subaru. Sean, that's quite a savings on a Subaru.
Jen, it's a fantastic savings, but that was last year. Our goal in 2017 is to save our customers an average of $1,500. Again, some could save $700 or $1,100, but there could be savings of up to $2,300, which is fantastic for Subarus. But this year, we'd like to save our customers an average of $1,500 over our competition's lowest price.
$1,500? That is fantastic. It's Subaru selection, Subaru safety, and Subaru savings at Bertera Subaru on Riverdale Street in West Springfield, where it really is all about you at Bertera Subaru, 499 Riverdale Street, West Springfield, and online at berterasubaru.com.
Get monumental savings all month long at Leah Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Northampton during Leah's President's Day sales event. And to make it even bigger, Leah Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram is throwing in a complimentary remote car starter with every purchase all weekend long. Our brand new state-of-the-art facility means they have moved, and you will save. Leah Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram is now at 263 King Street in Northampton, and that means you'll save up to $12,500 on new Ram trucks. The savings continues with Cherokees too, up to $7,000 on brand new Cherokees. And be sure to take advantage of 0% financing on select 2016 models still in stock. All that and a remote starter with every purchase this weekend only. Leah Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram at our brand new King Street location in Northampton. Stop in today during Ram Truck Month and check out the brand new state-of-the-art Leah Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram store at 263 King Street in Northampton. Just another reason to choose Leah Cars for life. See dealer for more details.
The IRS doesn't mess around. If they want your money, they'll take it. They can take your paycheck and bank accounts too, even threaten your home or business. And it's about to get worse. The IRS just hired an army of new tax enforcers. So, if you owe back taxes, the smartest thing you can do is call Optima Tax Relief. Optima has access to a special IRS tax assistance program called the Fresh Start Initiative. And their clients that qualify are saving thousands, even tens of thousands. One call starts the process to stop the demand letters, stop aggressive collection actions, and stop that army of new enforcers from targeting you. But don't delay. It's important to act now while you still have options. Optima is A-rated with the Better Business Bureau. Optima has already resolved over $500 million of tax debt for their clients. Get your life back. Call now for your free consultation.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hi, Bob here. I'm so excited about the grand opening of my 5 new Bob's Discount Furniture locations in Milwaukee and St. Louis that I'm throwing a party in all 83 stores this President's Day weekend. We'll be celebrating right through President's Day Monday with free entertainment for the kids and yummy treats. Of course, if you do need new furniture, you'll find the greatest furniture values ever with no phony sales and no phony gimmicks. Just the untouchable furniture value you deserve. Only at my Bob's Discount Furniture.
This is the exclusive home of Patriots Monday with the best coverage of the 5-time Super Bowl champion New England Patriots. Sports Radio 105.5, WWEI and WWEI HD1 East Hampton, Springfield. Trending now. Now, the WEEI Trending Now.
I'm Danny Picard. Here's what's trending now on WEEI and WEEI.com. It is NBA All-Star Weekend. Isaiah Thomas and Brad Stevens are in New Orleans to represent the Celtics. The All-Star game tonight at 8 o'clock, and it can be heard right here on WEEI. Last night in New Orleans, Indiana's Glenn Robinson III won the dunk contest. Houston's Eric Gordon won the three-point contest. And New York's Kristaps Porzingis won the skills challenge. Today, it is Hockey Day in America. The Bruins return from their bye week tonight in San Jose. Puck drop at 8:30. According to ESPN, Patriots tight end coach Brian Daboll will be named the new offensive coordinator at Alabama. And they're playing the 3rd and 4th rounds of the Genesis Open today at Riviera. Dustin Johnson is in the lead at 13 under on the tournament. 57 degrees in Boston. Weather report brought to you by McDonald's. And that's what's trending now.
Red Sox, Bruins, Patriots, Celtics. Talk about them all now with Danny Picard. 24/7 New England sports continues, so let's get it going. Here's Danny Picard on the WEEI Sports Radio Network.
What's up? Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Danny Picard, taking you up until 4 o'clock and taking your phone calls, 617-779-7937. One thing I left out of the trending now was that Blake Swihart still has a case of the yips today during live VP. I was reading Lou Merloni's Twitter account, and he said that Swihart did throw a couple over the pitcher's head during live VP today. So everybody's keeping an eye on that. I closed out my show yesterday on this station by telling you, if you actually watch the video of Blake Swihart with the yips that was tweeted out a couple days ago, you can tell that really, while people are trying to tell me the issue is psychological, I think what the team's going to do is try to get back to some mechanics with him. Now, how much of that has to do with, how much of the mechanics stuff does that have to do with him going to left field, being a catcher, then going to the outfield, then going back to being a catcher? I think there is some psychological stuff that goes with it, but here's how you fix it. Fix the mechanics. It's clear that the mechanics are all screwed up. If you watch that video that was tweeted out, I think it was by Comcast Sportsnet a couple of days ago, but judging by what I'm hearing today down at spring training, Swihart has a case of the yips again. It's tough for me to tell what the issue is because I can't see a video of it. I'm just reading it on Twitter. But if it's the same thing that we saw the other day on that video, he's got the left arm dangling, he's got the right foot not planted. It's a mess. Fix the mechanics, and the psychological stuff I think will come along with it. But how worked up do you really want to get about your third string catcher, if that's what we're going to call him? Third string. I mean, third on the depth chart when it comes to guys behind the plate. You got Leon, you got Vasquez, and Swihart to me is number 3. And that's not a knock on his talent. That's a praise to the guys that you actually still have in the organization. And I think when you look back on this now, if this does become a major issue, perhaps you lessen Swihart's trade value, and that's where you look at the front office with the Red Sox and say, what were you doing this offseason by not moving Swihart when maybe his trade value was at its highest? So that's what I question more than anything else, but I do think they'll be able to fix what's going on, because what I see from that video the other day with Swihart, it's a mechanics issue. If you fix that, I think the psychological stuff will come hand in hand. But I'm not going to sit here for 3 hours and talk about a third-string catcher with a case of the yips at spring training on February 19th. No. We're going to get back into the NBA trade deadline. I did 3 hours of it yesterday, and I did watch the skills competition, the dunk contest, and the three-point contest last night. So let me just get that out of the way first. There was such a lack of creativity, I thought, last night at the dunk contest. They should have called this the jump over somebody contest, because it was like every guy, they kept pulling people out to jump over them. How creative? That's not creative to me. Let's get 3 people. Okay. Then they told someone to go sit back down and jump over 2 people. It was just the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Like, get a little bit more creative. And with Aaron Gordon, who, by the way, looked brutal. I mean, he looked great last year. And maybe we were spoiled last year. I know that I didn't expect last year's dunk contest to be as exciting as it was with Aaron Gordon and, who was it, Zach LaVine? Right? Is that who it was? Gordon Levine? I didn't expect that to be that exciting last year. But it was. And Levine, I believe he's injured, wasn't in this year's dunk contest. And Gordon, the way he was dunking, or trying to dunk, I think he might be injured. Or he might have injured himself on one of the first attempts. I think what could have won it for him, though, was the drone. Like, they had this drone come out with a basketball. I love the announcers, too, by the way. They're like, oh, what's he doing? Oh, it looks like he's got some sort of drone over there. Oh, it's the Intel drone, presented by... like, wait a minute, you can't act like you didn't know it was coming and then have a sponsorship to go along with the drone. But what Gordon should have done with the drone was, all right, the drone's coming out. All I need at that point is for the drone to drop the basketball, you catch it and dunk it. Like, that's, the drone is the creative part, to me. But what he tried to do was, the drone dropped the basketball. He tried to catch it, go through the legs, behind the back. No, sorry. You know, don't get greedy here, okay? You got a drone dropping a basketball above the net. That should be good enough. I actually thought he was going to catch it in midair and just dunk. That would have been good enough for me. He just tried to get too nuts. He tried to get greedy. And in fact, I think he might have hurt himself because the next couple times he tried to dunk, he couldn't even finish. He couldn't even get up to the rim. So, it was just a brutal dunk contest. The three-point contest was, I wanted to see someone like Klay Thompson stick around. And the skills challenge is over before you can even finish your first beverage. Like, that thing is done in 5 minutes. And Isaiah Thomas, you know, he loses. I have a beef with the skills challenge. It's not, you know, it doesn't really get me too worked up, but if you want to critique some things that happened last night, I don't understand why a guy can continue in the skills challenge while not hitting one of those passes. You know, the chest pass. What, you just throw 3? If you don't hit any, as long as you just throw 3, you can continue on? No. You should have to hit that. You should have to bury that pass into that net. Much like you have to hit the 3-point shot to win it. So that's my beef with the skills challenge. But last night, I did watch. I paid attention to it. I thought there was some awkward moments. It's just some cringe-worthy, like, I feel embarrassed for certain guys. Like, when they can't finish dunks, I felt so embarrassed for the kid Gordon Orlando who couldn't dunk. I also felt bad for Steph Curry, who was put in a tough spot. Hey, hit a half-court shot. We'll knock this money going to the Craig Sager Foundation up to $500,000. Up to $100,000 to $500,000.
3 tries.
They go, how many do you need? He's like, I could hit it in the first one, but give me 3 shots. They hit a half-court shot. I'm thinking to myself, well, you know what? I've seen Steph Curry hit some crazy shots, but at the same time, he hits those shots after he does his warm-up. He's not wearing jeans and a sweatshirt. Like,
he was like staring at his phone, like texting somebody.
Yeah, they put him in a tough spot. I mean, he agreed to it. He kept shooting. At one point, he's like, no, I am going to hit one. Keep giving me this. I am going to hit this. And he couldn't hit it. And it was stage fright at its finest. And I just never thought Steph Curry would be in a position where he'd be suffering from stage fright based on some of the shots he's hit in his career. But at the same time, he was in jeans and a sweatshirt. He didn't have his normal warm-up going before the event. And let's be honest, he was in a tough spot. I mean, it's going to charity. You want to hit it even more. And, you know, if you don't, it's like, well, what are we going to do? Now, they had a backup plan, but what they should have done was say, hey, Steph, we're going to give you 3 shots, and then if you don't hit them, we're going to have, I think it was Saga's son or his nephew or something, we're going to have him take the shot, Shaq's going to hold him up, and he's going to dunk the ball in.
It seemed like they did tell him that, but I think he really wanted to hit the shot.
Yeah, he did. He wanted to hit the shot. He didn't want to go down. But he should have just shot 3 and made it look like, hey, I missed him on purpose so that this kid could dunk it. And, like, they screwed that whole thing up so bad. And they left us some awkward moments last night, that's all. There could be an awkward moment tonight at the NBA All-Star Game. Because Steve Kerr is the coach of the Western Conference, and he's got 4 Golden State Warriors on the team. Durant, Curry, Thompson, and Draymond Green. And Westbrook is also one of the Western Conference All-Stars, and you don't need me to tell you that you need 5 guys on the court at all times. So if you got 4 Warriors out there, are you going to throw Westbrook? It would make for must-see TV. Now, I say that not truly knowing Westbrook and Durant's relationship right now. Like, they can do all that. Like, Westbrook can stand at half court in Oklahoma City when Durant makes his comeback, and he can, you know, talk trash and knock his head down and keep talking trash to Durant, and everyone's going nuts. Good. I want you to do that. He's in your building. You know, he basically left you guys and screwed you over and went to Golden State and tried to chase a ring in Golden State with a better team. Yeah, you should be talking trash.
Hey, Russ, what's it going to be like to be in that locker room with Durant and the Warriors guys?
Man, you know what? Fashion Week has been great. You see Fashion Week?
He just kept changing the subject.
A little bit.
Man, a lot of great looking things in Fashion Week, man. Looking forward to new collections. It's been good, man. Yeah.
Here's what I don't know. Do Westbrook and Durant really hate each other behind the scenes? You know what? I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt it. So how awkward would it actually be? Well, I guess we'll find out. Because if this is the spot where maybe they show their true colors and don't hold that grudge, then, you know, they do that tonight. If there was a spot, this would be it. But if they throw Westbrook on the court with those guys, and they're not talking to each other, and Westbrook is not even going to pass. He would take every shot. That's what I want to see. We'll find out if they do it tonight. But here locally, what we'll be focusing on in this game tonight is Isaiah Thomas, representing the Celtics in the Eastern Conference. Brad Stevens, representing the Celtics and his coaching staff. He's coaching the Eastern Conference. And you hope that they're in New Orleans, down in New Orleans, recruiting, for lack of a better term. I read something last night, though, that, and I read a couple other tweets along these lines from some people who cover the NBA, and are somewhat in the know. They kind of scared me a little bit. When we think of Isaiah Thomas being at All-Star Weekend, recruiting for the Celtics, I think maybe if you're in another city rooting for another team, and you want your star player to be recruiting for your team, you probably want your star player to recruit Isaiah Thomas. Because he's got 1 year left in his contract. He's 26 years old. He's having an MVP caliber season. And I don't care what you say. I've heard it. Okay? I've heard it. Anyone who is trying to tell me that what Isaiah Thomas is doing right now is some type of fluke, I think you must believe that the guy's like 31, 32 years old. He's not. He's 26. Okay? He's 26. And the improvements are such where I think it was never a skill issue. It's a confidence issue. He has the most confidence I've seen in an NBA player in a long time on that court. Now, could it at some point get out of hand? Some people might think so, and he's running around calling himself the king of the fourth quarter. If he is, well, you know what? All I care about is that he continues to be the king of the fourth quarter. But as the king of the fourth quarter and the MVP season that he's having, he's got 1 year left in his contract. He's going to be a max player. I don't know how you could actually dispute that based on what you're seeing right now, unless you believe that this is some type of fluke. And if you believe that what Isaiah Thomas is doing right now is some type of fluke, I don't know that you've actually paid attention to the progression that he's made as a professional player. And I don't think you actually understand just how young this kid is. Like, yesterday we did 3 hours talking about Paul George, Jimmy Butler. George is 26, Butler's 27. We're talking about getting a kid in his mid-20s in here who's an all-star player. Isaiah Thomas, 26 years old, all-star player, not just all-star player, is going to get some MVP votes. I think you make an argument that he maybe should be the MVP right now. With the Celtics team at the break, that's the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. You know, for Isaiah Thomas to be at All-Star Weekend and recruit for the Celtics, it's a great thought. And I'd like to think that that's what he's doing. But if you take a couple steps back and we take off the Celtics jersey for a minute, and you put yourself in the shoes of someone else in another city who roots for a team that may be one star player away from contending either in the East or the West, you know, maybe they're recruiting Isaiah Thomas. And I don't know what Isaiah Thomas wants to do, other than the fact that I'm pretty sure this guy, if he's getting MVP votes, I'm pretty sure that he is going to want a max contract. And guess what? He's going to get it. Would I give it to him for the Celtics? Of course I would. Yeah, I'd give it to him. Yeah, I hear people say that, you know, the Celtics right now, they need another player to get over the hump, and that's true. They need an all-star player, and in my opinion, they need an all-star scorer. They need someone who's going to give you 24, 25 points a night. They need that other guy. Because I think if you went into a series right now with Cleveland, and you lost that series, I'm telling you right now, we wouldn't be talking about rebounding or defense. Because I do truly think you can only play so much defense on LeBron and Kyrie Irving, seeing some of the shots that they hit, right? So you need somebody else that's going to be able to keep up with the scoring. Like, you need that other player on the wing with some size, some athleticism, who can shoot. You need that guy who's going to be able to put up 24, 25 points a night. And if the Celtics get that guy, do I think they can contend with Cleveland? Absolutely. And if you think they can, then I don't think you're giving the proper credit to Isaiah Thomas and what he's able to do. This is the type of season that we've been begging for Danny Ainge to go out and get a guy who would be able to put up this type of season that Isaiah is having right now. So I think you need to look at that as well and think, all right, the Celtics improved from last year because Isaiah Thomas has been, he has put himself on this elite level in the NBA. He has. I mean, that's not an opinion, that's a fact. He's an MVP caliber player right now. Do I think next year, that's it, it's over, he's not going to do this? I can't go there. To me, he's still improving as a professional athlete, as a professional basketball player. He's 26. Would I give him a max contract after next season? Absolutely not. Next year's a contract year for him, which, again, the improvements could even be greater, not just because of that, but as I just mentioned, the fact that I think he's still maturing. He's in his mid-20s. He's now an organization that's going to be in the playoffs multiple years. And people say you got to win a playoff series first. Well, how about this? I mean, how about home court advantage? How about the fact that and that Chicago game the other night, I don't know. There's part of me that thinks you're heading into the All-Star break. Some guys already got their bags packed. You know, they already got their flights booked. It's a tough game for me to judge a team. I've watched the Celtics most of the season. Okay, I've watched more Celtics than I have Bruins this year. Mainly because I know the Celtics are in a better spot to make that move here before Thursday, before the trade deadline at 3 o'clock Thursday, to get them in a spot where they could contend for an Eastern Conference championship. I know they're in a better position than the Bruins are, because the Bruins, seeing Don Sweeney talking to Joe Sakic the other night for an entire period last week, tells me that they're willing to give up on some young defensive studs to get someone like Landeskog, who is only going to get them into the playoffs, and that's it. Okay, the Celtics, to me, have a real chance to do something special between now and Thursday at 3 that's going to get them in a competitive 7-game series with the Cleveland Cavaliers. They are. And I think most of that, and most of the confidence that I have in that statement, is based on the fact that Isaiah Thomas is playing like an absolute beast this season. He's an MVP caliber player. And for me to say that that is just some sort of fluke is not paying attention to the way he has progressed as a professional athlete and as a professional basketball player. I'm acknowledging how young he is. I'm acknowledging the fact that, you know, what he does in the fourth quarter is something that I haven't really been able to see around the entire league. And maybe that's because other teams have multiple players in that spot where they dish the ball up to. And maybe that is a reason why, if you're the Celtics even more so, you need to go out and get another guy before Thursday. You know, I heard Pete and Jerry before, and one thing I agree with them with is when you get into the playoffs, you're going to see Isaiah Thomas double team, triple team. You know, the target's on his back. MVP caliber player this season. They're going to go into a series with the Celtics, whoever you play, in the first round. They're going to say, if they beat us, they're going to do it with Horford, they're going to do it with Crowder, they're going to do it with Smart, they're going to do it with Olynyk. They are not doing it with Isaiah Thomas. That's the mentality another team's going to have. Well, when they have that mentality, can those other guys win a playoff series for you? And that's not to say that Isaiah can't overcome that and become and have some great postseason performances. I think he will. I think he'll learn from some mistakes last year. I think he'll figure some things out from last year. But I also believe that this is a better team, this Celtics team, this season, than it was last year, because you have Isaiah's improvements. You also have the improvements from someone like Marcus Smart, who I told you yesterday is not going anywhere at the trade deadline. If I'm Danny Ainge, Marcus Smart is untouchable. Untouchable. Sorry, he is. Horford, Isaiah Thomas, Marcus Smart. You can't have them. You want the Brooklyn picks? You want Avery Bradley? You want Jay Crowder? You want Kelly Olynyk? All right, good. Have them. Smart's not going anywhere. Thomas isn't going anywhere. Horford's not going anywhere. I think that group of three, that trio right there, makes you a better basketball team, especially in the postseason this year than you were last year. But if Isaiah Thomas is going to get double teamed, triple teamed, they're going to put a target on his back, they're not going to let him be, or at least another team in the playoffs is going to do everything they can to slow him down and make someone else beat you. if you're Danny Ainge between now and Thursday at 3, you better make sure that you use these assets to go out and get you some type of all-star player that can give you 24, 25 points a night and can take advantage of that and might even make it a little bit easier on Isaiah Thomas to get his looks in the postseason and get some easier looks. And that's how you improve the team even more, because all of a sudden, Isaiah Thomas, don't forget, MVP caliber season, and I don't think it's a fluke. That's a major improvement with this Celtics team from last year to this year. Isaiah Thomas was damn good last year, too. But what he's doing this year is even more special. And I think what Danny Ainge has an opportunity to do is go out and make a special type of blockbuster deal. I told you yesterday for 3 hours, the most likely trade targets, I think, are Jimmy Butler and Paul George. 26, 27 years old. Paul George is under contract for 1 more year next season, and then he has a player option, and I don't expect him to use that. I expect him to get some money somewhere. Indiana, they're trying to give him $220 million extension. He's not having it just yet. He wants to see what they do at the deadline. That's why Indiana said we're making our own first-round pick available. We're going to become biased.
Are you staying in Indiana?
I would like to. I think the biggest thing is wanting to win a championship and be the first to win the championship, bring that to Indiana. They have some of the greatest fans, and we have one of the best fan bases. Just their love of basketball is so different in any other state that I want to give them that.
Sign it. Sign it. Put your money where your mouth is, big dog. Sign the extension. Larry Bird comes out. He's like, we're not going to talk about it during the season. What? What are you talking about? If you are telling Paul George you're going to sign him to the max contract, sign him up. You mean to tell me that's the Pacers backing off? Not wanting to talk during the season? No, it's the player. And don't give me because it's going to become a distraction. You tell me you'll give me $220 million? I'll tell you I have no distractions, okay? I got a lot of distractions right now. Guess what the biggest one is? Money. Money. You give me $220 million, I got no more distractions. None. What's he waiting for? He doesn't want to sign it because he doesn't know that Indiana's going to do something to get them to win a championship while he's in his late 20s, early 30s. He doesn't want to do that. He wants to win. You just heard it. Paul George was 1 year left in his contract next season. Right? If the Pacers get an idea that they're not going to be able to sign him to that, or they're not going to be able to do anything the next couple days to add a piece to the puzzle because their first-round pick is meaningless to other teams right now, and Paul George is like, you know what? This is no good for me. If you're Indiana, if you have a chance to get the potential #1 overall pick, why would you pass on that? You might not get that chance in the offseason. You might not get that chance to get that type of pick next season. Why would you pass it up? I just think the Celtics' assets right now are the type of assets that you could go to an organization like Indiana and make something of it. Now, Larry Bird might be a little hesitant because he doesn't want to be the other former Celtic. What the hell? The Celtics win a championship with a trade, right? Right? Maybe that's part of it. But if you want to put that aside and you want to get down and dirty with the business of basketball at the trade